Intensive soil cultivation in agriculture is gradually losing attractiveness due to energy consumption and negative environmental impact. Many farmers are looking for tillage tools that will ensure the fulfillment of new technological tasks in agriculture with minimal interference in natural processes. Traditional tools such as plows, disc harrows, rippers, cultivators, and other tools with aggressive working bodies are unable to perform light surface tillage. They must be deepened by 10 to 20 centimeters to obtain a high-quality soil surface layer. Such tillage causes the entry of the upper biologically active layers and crop residues into the deep horizon, where the acquired biological activity is lost. The newly created surface layer raised from the depths starts restoring the biological balance again, spending energy and time on recovery. To prevent stress on the biological processes of the soil, it is necessary to carry out a 3 to 6 centimeter surface tillage that is close to natural processes. This technology was described by the prominent agronomist Ivan Ofinsky in his book New System of Agriculture back in 1895. ARMA Multi Tillage is a unit designed by ВЕЛЕС-АГРО to solve this problem. It allows farmers to solve the issue of light surface tillage and several other tasks, namely conservation of moisture in the soil. This is an urgent task for farmers to obtain highly profitable harvests. At a high speed of up to 20 kilometers per hour, the sharp blade of ARMA Multi Tillage cuts the surface layer of soil with crop residues, which falls into the spokes of the wheel and is crushed due to rapid rotation of the working body. Larger particles of the soil settle in the lower processing horizon because of their weight, and the surface layer is formed of a shallow soil fraction and crop residues. Such a sandwich cover ensures moisture conservation by creating a surface screen that reflects direct sunlight, destroys root evaporation, and ensures condensation of air moisture in the treated soil. A step towards organic farming. Given the directives of European legislation to ban ploughing by 2030 and constantly reduce the threshold for herbicide treatment, European farmers are looking for alternative tools. They can reach the goal with ARMA Multi Tillage Unit. Soil is a living organism with hundreds of thousands of structured connections. Aggressive interference breaks them. ARMA is a machine that will bring farmers closer to organic farming without significant yield losses. Multi-seasonal application. Practical use has shown that the unit can be used all year round in various technological processes of agricultural production. ARMA is used in the spring to preserve moisture, control soil crust, prepare fields for sowing spring crops, spread and simultaneously incorporate dry mineral fertilizers into the soil, and for solid sowing of grain and industrial crops. In the summer, just after the harvest season has begun, ARMA is used to interrupt the nutrition cycle of the root system of the harvested crop. The plant's root system does not stop consuming moisture when it is mowed. On the contrary, it intensively consumes and evaporates moisture through the cut of the crop stem. Thanks to the summer cultivation with the ARMA unit and its sandwich cover, the farmer will be able to preserve and accumulate moisture for sowing winter crops. Along with tillage, farmers can sow crops of the second harvest, sow green manure, and apply granular fertilizers. ARMA provides high-quality care for fallows and is indispensable in pest control, namely caterpillar after harvest. The unit is also used intensively in the autumn, both in preparing fields for sowing winter crops, nourishment, and direct solid sowing of winter crops. Solid sowing has advantages over row sowing because seeds are distributed evenly over the entire area, and each plant increases its nutrition and growth area. Summarizing the facts mentioned, we can state that ARMA Multi Tillage has entered the market as a revolutionary new unit. It performs a wide range of complex technological and environmental operations in agriculture, namely minimum tillage to a depth of 3 centimeters, high-quality fine soil crushing, cutting the rhizomes of crops and weeds, fractional separation of soil and crop residues, formation of a sandwich cover on the soil, creation of a dewdrop effect, activation of the growth of crop residues and weeds, formation of a high-quality surface for sowing, structuring the biological balance of the soil, multi-seasonal application of the unit, soil nutrition along with cultivation, sowing of grain and industrial crops. The ARMA Multi Tillage unit is based on its original patented working body. It consists of a housing with 2 double-row angular contact bearings, 3209, a lip seal and a labyrinth dust collector. Strong spring spokes, an analogy of a bicycle wheel, are mounted in the working body. They hold the cutting element with a pointed blade. The cutting element is made of wear-resistant boron-containing steel and is inclined at an angle of 14 degrees relative to the axis of rotation. The all-welded construction of the working body, made of durable spring steel, allows it to withstand variable loads without structural defects. To balance the operation, 2 working bodies are mounted on one rack in a staggered manner, while the rack sets the 25-degree angle of the body relative to the axis of movement of the unit. The tillage tools are fixed on the rack in the direction of rotation, using right and left threaded clamps. The working body stand is connected to the skeletal structure of the frame using a rubber shock absorber. It allows the machine to level the unevenness of the treated surface, protects the frame structure from critical loads, and provides the working bodies with micro vibration, which allows for high-quality processing of the field surface. The working elements of the unit are installed in 2 rows, which balance its work along the axis of movement. The distance between adjacent working elements in a row is 17 centimeters, and in total, in a 2-row version, it is 8.5 centimeters. This density indicator of working elements allows for high-quality, minimal soil cultivation. Since the machine always carries critical loads and the machine's racks are heavily loaded, depending on the soil condition and the specific load on the front row of the machine's working elements, the rear row of working elements has horizontal movement adjustment. This allows the operator to adjust the machine to the minimum ribbing of the cultivated field. The final rolling is performed with the originally designed segmented self-cleaning roller. It ensures precise cultivation depth and high-quality compaction of the cultivated surface. ARMA Multi Tillage is manufactured in mounted and trailed versions with working widths from 3 to 12 meters.